Oh, um, what?
Hi guys.
Oh,
Hi.
Sorry, I'm late. I thought I had it set to start right at 7, but I'm glad I made it home right at 7:01, just in time. Hey Josh, didn't expect to see you.
Yeah, we got done a little early. We just kind of stayed around by our hotel tonight for dinner, so I thought I'd better join.
Awesome.
Keith.
Let's see, we've got Ryan.
Oh,
I don't know who Samsung is.
who's this person on the far right?
Well, it depends, because everyone's gallery view probably looks
Our
a little
last
different.
week.
Keith, I think we could go ahead and get started if you're ready.
Okay, sure, I'm ready. Okay, I would like to call the May 6, 2025 of the Kansas Athlete Leadership Council meeting to order. State your name, your region, and have you ever planted a spring flower, and what was it? Hope, is she on?
Let's go with absent.
Okay. Aubrey?
Also absent.
Okay. Richard, I saw him on there.
I'm here.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm Richard Conley. I represent the South Central region. And what was the topic of the and what is the topic of growing a
Oh,
flower?
yeah, you have a spring flower, and what was it?
Well, I don't have any. Well, I think I have a spring garden outside, and I didn't pay it. I never paid attention to any plants or any flowers or anything.
Okay. My name is Keith Hartner, and I'm with North Central, and I'm the rep chair. And what I plant is a petunia. Ryan?
I'm Ryan, and I'm from West Region, Vice President, and I planted some men. It starts with an M.
If you think of it, let us know. I'm
Wow.
intrigued.
It's like
Yeah.
minerals or minerals.
Okay.
Science, but whatever. No.
Okay, Justin?
I'm president. I'm Justin Hossiter from the Metro region, and I haven't planted a flower.
Tyler?
Hi, my name is Tyler Griswold. I'm the president of Health Mixture. I'm from the South Central. Sometime for springtime, I grow tulips.
Okay. Rebecca?
Hello, everyone. I'm Rebecca from the South Central region. I am Vice President for Health Messengers, and for ALC, I am a member at large. And I haven't planted anything yet, but I am planning on planting some beautiful flowers and hopefully let them turn into rose bushes.
Daniel?
Absent, I think.
Okay. And then it's you, Kristen.
I'm going to pass to Aubrey because he did hop on.
Yeah.
Aubrey, do you want to tell
Okay.
us your name, region, and if you've ever planted a spring flower, and if so, tell us what flower you've planted.
My name is Aubrey Colley, and I'm from the Southeast Kansas region, and I planted tomatoes this year.
Ooh. And Hope is also on. Now we see you, Hope. Do you want to share your region and any flowers you've ever planted in spring?
I'm originally from South Carolina, but at Pittsburgh, Kansas, and a flower I planted was roses.
And Daniel's on now too. So
Okay.
Daniel, can you unmute and tell us your region and if you've ever planted a spring flower? Let's see. Hey Daniel, can you hear us? Can you unmute and introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Daniel Wesolowski.
And what region are you from, Daniel?
What did you say?
What region are you from? Do you know?
Kansas.
And North Central. You're our North Central rep. Do you have a favorite spring flower, Daniel?
Favorite flower?
Uh-huh.
Sunflower.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, now I think I can go. I think we got
Yeah,
everyone,
yeah.
Keith. Good work.
Yes.
What about Lisa?
Um,
Dion? What about Lisa?
Is not part of ALC anymore. She missed too many meetings.
Okay.
So we are actively going through the applications we received, and are hoping to extend an invitation to someone to fill her spot. So we'll keep you guys updated. Kristen Gugesberg with Special Olympics State Office, and I didn't plant them, but we do have daffodils in our garden that bloom every spring. So I always get excited when the daffodils bloom. And Josh was not planning to join us, but he's on. So Josh, did you want to go?
Sure.
Yeah, go
Hi,
ahead, Josh.
everybody. Good to see everybody tonight. I'm here in Michigan for a SONA site visit for a SONA Congress that's going to happen here next year. So, of course, I'm on staff now, so I'm the mentor for y'all. And I guess the thing I've planted here recently with my mom's help when I've gotten to help her was some herbs. So we haven't really planted any flowers yet. So back to you, Keith.
Okay. Is there any guests for tonight?
Donnie's here with me.
Okay.
Hey, Donnie. And then we do have some other guests. Caitlin, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, everybody. I am Caitlin Pierce. I'm our school's program manager for Special Olympics Kansas. So I work within all of our unified champion schools. So most of the time I'm with the kids. So it's always fun for me to get on with the adults. And my son and I just planted some lavender this weekend. Supposedly it's supposed to keep mosquitoes out of your yard. So we'll see.
And
Good evening, Caitlin.
and marigold too. Marigold, bugs don't like marigolds.
That's one way to do it. We have bats in our neighborhood, and I think they do the same thing. So, and then we also have Erin McDaniel. So, Erin, do you want to unmute and introduce yourself?
Yeah, of course. I think Justin was the one giving me a hard time at the beginning of the meeting because he saw me. But anyway, I'm Erin McDaniel. I'm the health and fitness manager for Special Olympics Kansas. So I serve the whole state. And I know a handful of you guys, but I run our Health Messenger athlete leadership group. And same as you, Kristen, we have daffodils, but we did not plant them, but they are blooming, so they're pretty.
Hi, Aaron.
Hi, Aubrey.
Hey, Aaron.
Hey.
Becca, did you have a question before we move to the next business item?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you if you got my message about what I sent you on Saturday after regionals.
I did see it today. Stay on afterwards and we'll chat.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. All right, Keith, move us along to the next piece.
Sure. Old business will take a few minutes to review the April minutes.
All right, I will pull those up in case you don't have them handy. Here are April's meeting minutes.
Why does it say absent on mine after my name?
Were you at the April meeting, Daniel?
Yep.
Okay, I will go back and double check and we can get it fixed. Thank you for pointing that out. I'm adding it. Well, as soon as I stop sharing it, I'll add it to tonight's notes.
I'm going to summer games without my dad this year.
Okay. Let's talk about that at the end of the meeting. That sounds exciting.
Yeah.
The meeting will go. No.
Any changes or anything?
No.
No, Keith, I not seeing
Yeah.
anything.
Okay.
I haven't
I
seen
need,
nothing, no changes either.
okay. I need a motion to approve the minutes.
Becca, a motion.
Richard,
Mhm.
I'm on
I need a-
too. I
And
second.
I need, yeah,
This is President Tyler Griswold. I'm second of the motion of the meeting tonight.
okay.
I
All
third.
in favor? All in favor, say aye.
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 Okay, all in favor, and it's approved. Okay, new business, remarks from our guest.
You
Aaron,
guys
you
can
can go
who goes
first.
first? Yeah.
Aaron, you go.
Okay, cool. I am just gonna run through a few opportunities that we have available for you guys that are coming up. So I'm gonna run through all three of them really quick, and then after I'm done, I'll put like links to sign up for them and more information in the chat, along with my email in case you guys have questions. I think you've seen most of them from Kristen. She's already sent out most of them. So if you guys have any questions though about them, I'm on here so you guys can ask them live to me. Cool beans. And you might hear my dog crying in the background. He needs to go to the bathroom, but he can wait. Okay, cool. So couple of things that I want to go over. We do have a fitness challenge starting here this week. It is Road to Summer Games Step Challenge. It's only a 4-week step challenge. You guys will be self-tracking your steps however you do that. So if you have a Fitbit or a Garmin or whatever type of pedometer that you use, some people even use their phone, you guys can use that to track your steps. But registration for this challenge is due on Thursday. You can sign up as late as you want. You could sign up at 11:49 p.m. if you wanted to. You just need to sign up before then so that way I can get emails out Friday morning to people about reporting your steps and tracking your Fit 5. And if you guys don't know what your Fit 5 is, it's making sure that you guys drink at least 5 water bottles a day, making sure that you get your 5 servings of fruits and vegetables in a day, and making sure that you get at least 30 minutes of physical activity 5 days a week. So I will shoot that sign up registration link in the chat here after that for that Road to Summer Games. But does anybody have any immediate questions about that step challenge? It'll lead up to Summer Games opening ceremony. So if you guys are our top 3 steppers for the state, you guys will get announced at opening ceremonies and you will be sent some really cool prizes if you're not there. If you are there, we'll give you your prizes live.
Can you send me a link on my email, Aaron?
You're already signed up, but
Okay.
I will send a link in the chat.
Okay,
I
thanks,
don't
Aaron.
know if I'm signed up.
I can double check if you want me to. I think you might be, but I'll put it in the chat and you can just sign up again if you want to. The sign up's really quick.
Okay.
Any other questions about the step challenge?
My question is if staff can do it.
Yeah, staff can do it. Staff just can't win. Your coaches can do it. Your family can do it. Your friends can do it. Anybody that wants to can do it, but only athletes can win the top 3.
Oh, I was gonna ask you, Aaron, what is the step touch, whatever that means?
What's the step challenge?
Yes. Now, by the way, this is Richard, young. You recognize me. What
Yeah,
is
I know
step?
you, Richard. Say that one more
Okay.
time.
What does the step challenge means?
So yeah, so what you guys are gonna do is after you sign up, I will send you these self-reporting links. So you'll like click into a Google form. Have you been into a Google form before?
I have none.
Okay. Well, you'll just check your email then, and I'll send you links to be able to track your steps. So if you have
Okay.
like an iPhone or something like that, your iPhone, when you carry it, can track your steps for you. Or if you have like
Okay.
a Fitbit, or if you have a Garmin or anything like that that you wear on your wrist, or that you like clip to your clothes or something like that that counts your steps, you'll keep track of your steps at the end of each day. And then at the end of each week, you're going to click into a Google form, which is what I was kind of just explaining. You'll click into the link that I send you through your email each week. You'll report your steps for each day. And whoever has the most steps at the end of the 4 weeks will get some sort of a prize. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah.
Okay. If you have any other questions, feel free to email me though, Richard. I can help you through it if you want.
Okay, I can email you about the step challenge. I'll probably email you sometime, probably tomorrow or Thursday, one of the two, because
Yep.
I like to get involved with, and I got plenty of that. Because
Yeah, for sure. And Rebecca said she would help you too. So
okay,
cool. Any other questions about the step challenge?
How
Okay.
long does it go on, Aaron?
4 weeks. So it'll start officially on Friday this week, and then it'll run for 4 weeks. So you guys will get announced at opening ceremony if you're the top 3 winners. But I send email updates every week with the leaderboard. So whoever like the top, however many athletes are or step challengers, I'll send them out to you guys so you'll know. Cool. I'll put the link in the chat. When you guys click into the link, it's going to take you to a Google form, and there's a lot of directions and instructions. Everything that I just went through with you guys is there written. So if you can't remember anything that I said, or if you need to look back at this video recording, you guys can do that too. Okay. Cool. Okay. I'm going to move on just for time's sake. Next thing I want to go over is health messenger applications. So we are opening up applications for new health messengers. I know you guys are already busy enough, probably in athlete leadership, but health messengers only meet once a month. We traditionally meet the last Wednesday of every month at 7 p.m. So you guys are used to meeting at this time. We meet for about an hour to talk about like important issues health-wise. So this next year, we're going to be able to plan some healthy state games meals for our athletes. So you guys can be in charge of doing that kind of stuff. You guys will help push forward like any step challenges that we're doing, like for example, the one that I just went over. And then you guys will have projects that you'll get to do as well, which I know that you're used to doing for athlete leadership, but they'll be health-based projects instead. So things like, you know, running your own step challenge for your team, or, you know, maybe running your warm-ups and cool downs and stretches for your teams, things like that. So applications are, our deadline is the end of this week. So it's going to be Friday, but if you guys need that extended for whatever reason, you can let me know. You do have to bring a mentor, or somebody has to be able to drive you if you cannot drive yourself to Overland Park, because that's where it is. It's going to be June 18th or June 19th through the 22nd. The 19th is a travel day for people. Unless you are in town, you can, sorry, my dog's crying. Unless you're in town, you can just come on the 20th, which is June. It's a Friday. But I'll put the link in the chat too. Everything that I've gone over, plus even more information and details is going to be in that. But does anybody have any questions about applying to be a health messenger?
Aaron, I would like to do it. Me and Donnie would.
Okay.
But we're gonna be out of town till the 23rd of June. Is there a way we can still sign up? I mean,
we can talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Okay.
Any other questions about the health messenger application? Again, I'll put the link in the chat. When you guys click into it, there's going to be lots of information that you guys will go through. So if you have questions, you can always reach out to me. Okay. All right. Last thing that I want to go over, we do have a community physical activity trainer or training that is going to be available at Summer Games. It's going to be available on Friday. And the time for that on Friday, it's going to be during a nice little break between when a lot of the events are done and before opening ceremonies. So it's going to be from 1:30 to 3:30. It's a 2-hour training and it's done by ACE. So it's a national training that you guys will get to do. When you guys are done with the training, you guys will get a $25 stipend, which just means that we're going to write you a check for $25. And then SONA, Special Olympics North America, is going to be sponsoring this for you guys, which means they've got lots of goodies for you guys when we're done. So you'll get a resistance band for going through the 2-hour training. You'll get some snacks while you're there. You'll get a certificate when you're done. You'll get a water bottle that has our logo on it. And a couple of other fun things, but it's open to anybody. So you guys can invite your coaches. You guys can invite your athlete friends, your parents can take it. Your volunteers can take it, and especially you guys can take it because you're athlete leaders. So after you guys are done with the training, you'll be equipped to be able to run any physical activity for your team or your programs or whatever you want to do with that training.
What time will soccer be done though? Because I got soccer.
Yeah, you might have to wait until you get your schedule for that, unfortunately, because I know that signups and registrations are just now opening for summer games. So this deadline for this training, there's no deadline. So if you guys want to sign up the night before for the training, once you figure out your schedule, or if you just want to wait until the schedule is out until you sign up, you can do that.
Okay.
Cool. Good question. Any other questions regarding this training?
What? Okay, you said that one question here. So I already signed up for it. Did you receive? Did you receive in the email from me?
I did.
I'll be there. It starts it, and then we supposed to. Do we have to sit and listen at or we'll get in participate in the program?
Yeah, it'll be, yep, I got your sign up. It'll be in the main gymnasium at Mays High School. So it'll be right there where summer games is.
Okay, so it's gonna be inside the high school, so it's gonna be at I think it's be from 1:30 to 3:30.
Yep.
Okay, so that'll work. I'll be there that Friday afternoon since I'm not doing any Special Olympic summer games anymore. So I'll just come out and support. And you don't have to dress up. Do you have to dress casual?
Nope, you can wear whatever you want. You guys will be doing a little bit of physical activity during the training. So if you want to dress casual in your sports stuff, you can.
Oh, like athlete leadership, whatever.
Yep.
Okay. That's cool.
Cool. Any other questions? Nope. Awesome. Okay, I'll put all this in the chat for you guys with my email. Sorry about my dog. And if you guys have questions, just let me know. Okay.
Thanks, Erin. All right, and we have a second guest, which is Caitlin. Caitlin, the stage is yours.
Hi, everybody. Like I said, it's exciting to be here with our adult leaders. I'm usually with our student leaders because I run our youth activation committee, which is made up of high school kids from all across the state that are with and without disabilities. They apply as unified pairs. So it's really exciting to be here with you all. We're doing something very exciting with our youth this year. They are having a whole leadership experience at our summer games. So we're bringing in 10 unified pairs from across the state of Kansas, and they're going to be helping with lots of different portions at summer games. For example, on Friday, they are helping with the barbecue. They've got lots and lots of fun activities planned, from bubbles to face painting. I mean, just all kinds of really fun things. And then they're also helping with the opening ceremonies as well. And then on Saturday, they got to kind of pick different projects they wanted to choose. So some will be out at sports, handing out medals. Some will be with Svea at Healthy Athletes, helping screen. Some will be with Ken and Ashley doing marketing. And then some of them will help with the fan zone and then helping with the dance. Because the other thing is they have chosen the dance theme, and they're going to be completely in charge of getting ready for the dance. And then on Sunday, they are going to completely run our young athletes for our youngest students. So what I really would love for you guys is when you are out at summer games and you are seeing our high school leaders, I want you to go up. I want you to introduce yourselves, to tell them about the leadership that you're involved in Special Olympics. A lot of our students who are attending this experience are graduating or moving on to their next step from high school. And I think it will be so great for them to be able to hear about how to stay involved in Special Olympics, how they can still be involved in leadership, and the just different things that you've learned from Special Olympics. I think it's really important for them to hear from adults so that they can kind of see what that next step in their life is going to be. And with that being said, at the barbecue, if you guys want to help the students out with any of those activities, we'd love to have you come over and help us. If you have time that you want to like help with different parts of the dance or anything like that, please let me know. We would love to have you guys just interacting with our students and showing them those leadership skills in action. Any other questions for me, either about the youth leadership, our students, kind of what they're doing at summer games? Yeah, Daniel.
Last year there was a talent show.
Mm-hmm. Yep. This year, no talent show, but there, like I said, a lot of really, really fun activities at the barbecue. So I think that's kind of replacing the talent show, so you can kind of mingle, and then the opening ceremonies after that.
And last year I went to a pizza party.
Oh, the dance?
Well, for me, I'm not doing track and field or state this year because I have right foot surgery. I cannot run or walking yet from my doctor. So I talked to Aaron. I'm helping a healthy athlete this year.
Perfect. And our kids are going to be wearing the same like staff shirts that our staff is going to be wearing. And then they'll have lanyards that show they're a part of the youth leadership experience. So again, as you see the students kind of out and about, please make sure you're like going over, introducing yourself, and just telling them all about the different leadership things that you do. Rebecca?
So, do you have any athlete leaders, or I'm sorry, what are they referred as?
Youth leaders.
Youth leaders here in Hayesville?
We do not, but I'm trying to get Hayesville because they did unified bowling and they have some really good stuff going on there. So if you know of kids, because I know you work in that district, if you know of like a unified pair that you think would be great, send them my way, give them my email, because we're still have our YAC applications open.
Okay, if you will get with Aaron or Kristen and have them, Kristen or Aaron, if you guys could give Caitlin my email address and we can go take it from there.
And I put my email in the chat too. But yeah, they did unified bowling. I'd love to get Hayesville.
Yes, I would too, because it needs to expand, I feel like.
And they did spread the word this year too.
Yes, so thank you.
Mm-hmm.
What about Goddard, Kansas? I know like maybe you can talk to Goddard Eisenhower students there. Maybe they're interested. Maybe like you and I can talk to Eisenhower principal. I know him.
Yeah, that'd be great. I would really appreciate that.
We can.
Yeah. What about in the I was gonna tell Caitlin, what about any of the students in the Wichita public schools? The students from the Wichita.
Very exciting news about Wichita Public Schools. They are all going to be doing unified PE next year. So we're going to start to get a lot more students in the Wichita area. So yes, great question.
And
we are going to be doing leadership events in each region next year too. So I definitely, like when those times come around, I will be reaching out to Kristen and telling me which athlete leaders do we have in each region, so you guys can come help me with those events. I know Josh has come to several, but I'd love to get more of you out to our events.
Yeah, I'll be at your, and me and you gonna be meeting, me, you and Abby gonna be meeting with you Thursday night about doing my speech about about how many years of special Olympics and the athlete and the athlete for our youth and everything. So we'll discuss it. Talk about. We'll catch you back that Thursday night on Zoom.
Yep, and you'll get to meet our students on. They'll all be on that Zoom too, Richard. So you'll get to meet the students.
Oh, okay, that'll be fine.
My dad.
All right. Well, thank you both for jumping on. We really appreciate it. Any last words for either Aaron or Caitlin before we let them head out? I know Caitlin's email is already in the chat, and so is Aaron's. It's just above it. So they are always really good about answering questions and responding to emails if you guys have other questions.
Caitlin, now what about if we want to help at state games? Do we sign up with you or do we sign up with Kristen?
So if you're just wanting to help, I think, Kristen, help me out here. If they're already signed up with their team, they can just kind of come when they're not competing, right?
Yeah. Aubrey, are you participating in track or soccer or bocce? Or, okay.
Yes.
Well, then it'll probably be easiest just to plug in when and where you can. Like if you see youth leaders out doing something, you could always ask like, hey, can I join you guys for a little bit? Or I'll let you guys know we've got a summer games meeting tomorrow. I think the plan is to still have like an athlete village or fan fest with a athlete leadership table at it, in which case we might have you guys staff that table as you have breaks. So we do not meet again. I don't think. What's the first Tuesday in June? Maybe we do meet again. Oh yeah, it's June 3rd. So we can kind of give last minute. I can give you kind of some last minute advice on what to do in that case.
Yeah. And you can definitely reach out to me too. Like Friday night, that barbecue, each kid is going to be running a different station. That's a really easy one for you guys to hop in and just kind of introduce yourself to the different student leaders.
Like make sure tell your coaches where you're at. Sometimes like my coach Kim, if you're not asked where you're going, your coach's gonna get mad. Make sure tell your coaches.
Good advice. Good advice, Tyler. All right. For the sake of time, let's go ahead and move on. But again, thank you both. We love having guests on meetings. So thanks so much for popping in.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Bye, Aaron. I'll see you at the next health messenger meeting.
Bye.
Hey, Aaron and Caitlin, I'll see you Thursday night.
Yep. Thanks, Richard.
You're welcome.
Okay, athlete leader class leadership retreat update, Kristen.
Yeah. Man, you guys have been all over my inbox and grabbing me when you see me to ask about leadership retreat. Let's start with the leadership class. I was just gonna pull up, we decided to do athlete representative, and so I only opened it up to ALC and the group that is doing the athlete projects with Josh and I think 5 of you have signed up. So that is gonna close on Friday. So far, we've got Richard and Ryan signed up. The other 3 are from our project group, but if you are interested in taking that athlete representative class, it is 2 weeks from today. It's May 20th and May 22nd. The classes included in it are preparing for meetings, meeting management, preparing for committees, ALC, and board of directors. So it really goes through like the do's and don'ts of sitting in on meetings and how to join different groups. It is, yeah, the 20th and 22nd, both of those will be on Zoom at 7 o'clock. Rebecca, did you have a question about that?
I thought I signed up for that. Did I not?
Yeah. I will send it out with all of Erin's her little signups, and so it'll be just a last call to sign up. But
Okay, because I thought I signed up, but I don't know.
The other one is the athlete leadership retreat. So those of you who have been around athlete leadership for a while know that the past few summers we've done a 1-day leadership retreat. We did one in Topeka and we did one in Wichita, and this summer we're doing one in Kansas City. And we started doing these as a chance for athlete leaders to get together and for us just to have a chance to be all in the same room and not on Zoom. We've always tried to make it something that it was super simple to come into town just for the day. Erin, who was just on the meeting, who does health messengers, she has a grant from Special Olympics North America to do that health messengers training in person. And she's able to use some of that money to help us at the same time run an athlete leadership retreat. So the idea is that we will all be staying at the same hotel and that our trainings would be at the same meeting space. The trouble I am running into is I'm not sure how much money we have to cover rooms and food. I think we've got the meeting space and all the food figured out, but right now we are planning to hold it, like Aaron said, it is June 20. Hold on, let me pull up the calendar.
20th to the 22nd, I think.
So we will be the athlete leadership part is scheduled to start on the morning of June 20th and to go morning and afternoon on the 20th. Then we would have an evening activity that we would do with the health messenger group. And then we would get back together Saturday morning, June 21st, and have morning and afternoon, and then everyone would go home after that. Those doing the health messenger training would actually stay one more night. They don't finish till Sunday. So, it's a lot of information. Athlete leadership is just Friday and Saturday. Health messengers is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and you can only do one. Because health messengers is a 3-day, you can't like pop back and forth. I know some of you, like Tyler, for instance, I think is already helping run one of Aaron's sessions. That is fine. If you are just popping over to health messengers for an hour or two, you can still come back to athlete leadership, but you can't be going through the health messenger training and do athlete leadership.
Well,
So,
I talked to Aaron like about with my right foot, like I got surgery on. It's going to be hard for me to get up to Kansas City with my crutches and my scooter. That's going to be harder for me.
Oh, totally understand.
I
There
can
is no
do.
expectation on my end, Tyler, that you come, and I have to believe that Erin could make it work without you if she needs to too.
Okay, I can do like Zoom, like the board of director stuff with, with on Zoom.
Yeah.
I can apply that on Zoom with you and Josh.
I'll keep you updated. Right now, we are not planning to offer anything on Zoom since it's 2 whole days, but we can talk about it some more.
Okay.
My plan is I have a meeting on Thursday morning with Chris Burt, who is our COO, to kind of go through budget, and then I am going to send out a registration on Thursday afternoon. I think what we're probably gonna have to do is make a small fee with it. That may be the easiest way to get as many people there. Otherwise, what we'll have to do is we'll have to just open it to only like 10 athletes. And I don't know if that point, if we would just pick out of a hat who gets to come. We're in a really tough space. Not knowing how many athletes we can afford to pay to come to Kansas City. I know that's a big ask for you guys to stay in a hotel. So I'm working on that. I'm trying to figure out how we can make that work, how we can make that work. But the plan is to send out an email Thursday afternoon with all that information and the sign up link. So be looking for an email from me on Thursday to sign up, and you'll get a little bit better idea of the schedule, what time we start, and then if there will be any sort of cost associated with it. But it could be really cool. We'll just have to see how many people we can get there. Just by like a raise of hands, is most of this group interested in doing something like that? Yeah. Well, that's great. Every event I've been at the last couple weeks, I've had athlete leaders swarming me saying they want to come. So I totally understand. And I know we all get really eager about the chance to get together and be in the same room and hang out, because
And if
It's a pretty
I
fun group, and you guys
don't,
are all friends, and Josh and I also enjoy hanging out with you. So, yeah.
So
Any
is
questions? I know that's not totally clear. I apologize that it's been a little bit mysterious.
Chris,
Yeah, Becca.
Go ahead, Becca.
Well, this doesn't have to do with this right now. So I just have to say that I have a comment that I would like to make when we get ready to close.
Okay, sounds good. Daniel, did you have a question?
Yeah, I saw you at the track meet in Topeka.
I was at a track meet in Topeka 2 weeks ago, and then I was at a track meet in Wichita on past Saturday, and I saw Richard at that one. And then I was and Becca. Becca helped me out all day. And then I was at a bocce tournament on Sunday. So it's been a
Becca, you
busy
did a
couple
good
of
job.
weeks.
Rebecca, you did a good job announcing at the announcing with the 400-meter relay and the sponsors. I'm proud of you, Becca.
Well, I owe it to Kristen because she's the one that let me use the microphone.
Yeah, you did a good job, man. You did a good job, lady.
Okay, I'll go ahead and take us into our next new business item because that's also me because I didn't know if Josh would be here. Yes, was there a question? Sorry.
yes. If you
What's up,
have to
Ryan?
draw out the hat and I don't get to come this coming year, there's always next time.
Thank you for being understanding, Ryan. It makes me feel better. Thanks for saying that.
I'm the same way. If I don't get picked, it'll come again another time.
I just don't like the idea of anyone not being able to come. So what we may do too is offer, still give everyone the option. I think the two trainings, the Friday training and the Saturday training, will be totally separate. So if nothing else, I should have mentioned that. If nothing else, I think we'll still have a 1-day option to come in and be there all day Saturday, and then go home without having to stay in a hotel. So but I know that Hayes and Wichita are a little bit further of a drive. So we may prioritize it that way. It may be those who are further away, stay overnight, but
They can't tag.
so I don't know if you guys have been going to these athlete leader hangouts, but they are organized by the USALC, which Josh is on. They always update us in the USALC meetings and they always sound pretty fun. So this one is no different. I'm gonna put it in the chat. But it is Friday, May 9th. So again, this Friday, guys, we are so busy. There's always something going on. It's USALC members Billy from New York and Bobby from Ohio, and they are doing a game of bingo. So if you guys like bingo, you might be interested in hanging out on this one. It's Friday from 7 to 8. And I will put the link in. Here's the info for it. The link is in
How you do
our
bingo
agenda
on
for
Zoom?
today.
How you do bingo on Zoom?
I don't know. I have no idea how you do bingo on Zoom. But if you're interested in signing up and finding out,
I'm gonna be
that's
at the
the
Royal.
link to
I didn't
sign
go
up.
to work. I'm gonna be at the Royal.
Josh, have you ever been on a bingo on Zoom? Is this maybe the first time?
Not a bingo. Been on other things, but not a bingo. So I may have to join that one to see how it's done.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Joshua, you do part of Michigan you at?
I'm in
Josh,
Grand Rapids.
Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Yeah, I'll talk about it when we get to the comments a little bit and questions. Okay, Richard?
Okay, I will finish up this part of our meeting really quickly since it's already 7:45. Real quickly, I know most of you have been out at events recently, just like me. Here is our calendar, if I can get it to move. There we go. We are now in May. It is May 6th. So we're winding down track meets. I think all of our track meets are completed except for Southeast does have a youth track meet tomorrow. I was at bocce on Sunday and we had soccer in Kansas City the same day. So coming up, we've got bocce in Wichita next Thursday and then bocce in Kansas City next Saturday. There's also a couple different tennis tournaments coming up. Metro has one. They're doing skills on the 13th, and they're doing match play on the 27th. And then I think there's one in Wichita too. There's South Central Tennis somewhere in there. If you want that date, let me know. Kylie Monsu is on maternity leave, but she did set it up, and I think Kim Mudd's gonna run it. So, this community physical activity leader workshop is what Aaron was just talking about. It's a physical activity workshop. The sign up is in the chat, and we'll put it in the recap email. But summer games is coming right up. It's a month from today. So hopefully we see most everyone there. As far as summer events, we've got swimming, powerlifting, and flag football and bowling in the summer. So South Central Swimming is June 28th. North Central Swimming is July 19th. Metro Swimming, I thought was on the calendar, but I don't see it.
June 28th? Man.
That's early.
I know state is on July something.
State is August 2nd.
This is too early.
I know. I think it came down to the Wichita Swim Club. But then
Yeah.
bowling tournaments, we have 3 bowling tournaments on July 26th. So Metro, North Central, and South Central are all going to be on July 26th. And then state bowling is the weekend after state swimming. So it's on August 8th and 9th. Those athletes in my region, we're doing cornhole on September 20th, and we're doing volleyball on October 18th. And then as far as state games goes, we've got state powerlifting and flag football in Aubrey and Hope's neck of the woods. It'll be in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I think powerlifting is on the 18th, and then flag football is, oh, wait, yeah, I think that's right. And then flag football is on the 19th. And then state swimming is on August 2nd. State bowling is on August 8th and 9th. And then if we go down further, we have state golf on October 3rd and state softball on October 4th.
And then July the 16th is Southeast Kansas bowling. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to tell Olivia to put that on the calendar so that I can update you.
Yeah.
Sounds like
Yeah.
you already know. You can update
Yeah,
us.
I thought she'd already had it on the calendar.
She told me she's really bad at adding it to our SOKS calendar. She's good at sending it to her teams, and then she forgets to put it on the SOKS calendar. So.
Hey, Aubrey.
Maybe have Aaron put the health messenger meeting on calendar too.
I will absolutely remind her to do it.
Okay.
All right, Keith, we're ready for the last one.
Okay, are there any questions or general comments?
I do, Keith.
Okay, go ahead.
So, okay, so every time like regional and state for track and field, every time like you have a field event, like all the athletes are waiting to get our awards, right? So I think they need a volunteer need to hand out their awards after their event on the field, like softball, javelin, shot put, long jump, skinny long jump. It's when I watch them like at softball throw, I say, this is not right it's not right that coaches go to their table and grab their athlete's medal and hand it to them. It's that maybe we need to look at during state and next year regional and state to see volunteers can hand out their awards, and each coaches cannot wait for them to pick it up and hand it them their teams.
So we did, Tyler, I did just talk to Brent and Tim about state. At state, they're going to encourage the athletes to go get awards, not coaches. Did Kim tell you that she had to pick up your awards? You couldn't go get them?
Yeah, last year she did. When I did softball throw, like when I finished my softball throw last year during state, when Kim grab my awards and she handed to me last year. And it said, I told Cam and it said, I'm still waiting for my medal. And she said, okay, I'll hand it to you when I get it. I'll pick it up for you. And I said,
Gotcha. We are going to recommend that athletes go get their awards. So I'll be sure to tell that to Kim too.
okay.
I guess, yeah, Keith, you were at regional track. Did you do any field events?
Yeah, I did the shot put.
And so then did you go get your shot put award or did a
Yeah,
coach
I
go get
got
your
it.
shot put award?
I got it.
You got it. Okay.
Yes, I got it.
I know what Rebecca's gonna say. She forgot to go get her awards. She was up in the press box making announcements and she never went and got hers. Okay, but yeah, I will make a note for Kim on that. Because I know the volunteers actually prefer that the athletes come get medals too, because they want to give them to the athletes. And it's really hard when the coach comes up and asks for medals because they don't typically know which heat the athlete was in. But if a athlete comes up and they've got their name badge on, it's really easy to see what heat they were in and to find their heat sheet and tell them what place they got.
And
Well, dang, I didn't have
it's not
my
a coach's
regional
job
track.
to get their athletes medal to them. It's only athletes' job. It's not coaches.
Yeah, you're right.
Thanks for saying
Here's I was talking to some of the volunteers out there Saturday morning, the youth volunteers who I told them to stay positive, and then sometime in the future when they be volunteer for Special Olympics events, we encourage them to come out and support for us, for all of the athletes.
That's awesome. All
Thank
right,
you.
Rebecca, what did you have to share? You got your hand up for a while.
So I don't want anybody to interrupt me when I make my comments, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so Kristen, I'm glad you could read my mind because that was gonna be my thought right there, because I was in the press box. But I will say, I was not satisfied with the volunteers on Saturday. I was very, very upset, especially during softball, seeing softball, javelin, shot put, and standing long jump. They normally have either flags or bean bags to put on the marks where we throw or where we jump. And they were just taking it upon themselves to just estimate on what our throw or whatever was. And I feel like we need to get them some bean bags, get some flags out for state, because I feel like that's not fair that they're just wanting to write down what they think is our measurement. And that's not cool.
Okay.
And so that's one thing I wanted to say. And then the other thing was, yeah, I tried to go get my awards, but I was told that they had already packed them up and they were already gone. And I just couldn't believe that because I was there for the relays and they were still handing out awards for the 400-meter walk, but then they couldn't give me my awards for my softball and my running long jump because I was not there on time to pick it up.
Well, they couldn't have given you the medals from the main award stand. You had to go over to softball throw to get your field event awards. Did you go over to that table?
Oh, I didn't realize I had to go over there to directly. Okay.
They had a separate table set up at South Central Track where you went to get your field event awards.
Well, and another thing is, I don't know if this makes any difference, but they were handing out state medals during regionals. Did you notice that they were handing out bigger
I
medals?
didn't. No,
Yeah,
I
a
didn't
lot
even
of us
see it.
got bigger medals and instead of regional medals. And I tried to make a note to them and they're like, well, a medal's a medal, so who cares what it says?
That one's on Tim. Tim's the one who packed that stuff up. I know we're running short on regional medals, but I need more regional medals before we do bowling and swimming this summer. So I asked him to order more regional medals, but we've got a sports meeting tomorrow. So thanks for sharing. I will bring all of this up in our meeting tomorrow, Rebecca.
Okay, sounds good.
Before we get done, Josh, you want to share more about your trip?
Sure. So everybody, so the reason I'm here, the Sona Congress is an event for athlete leaders from the or not the six, sorry, three regional councils. So there's one from Caribbean, one from Canada, and then the United States. And then there's going to be 18 from or six from each of those Congress or councils coming here next year, and then we're going to have 7 at-large members coming. So what that is, so what this Congress is, it's an event where they come and talk about topics that they want to discuss for athletes, you know, in their programs and just all over the Special Olympics community. And so Chris and I serve on the committee for this, and I know she couldn't come to Michigan for the site visit because she's so busy doing all her other stuff right now. So I volunteered to come, and so I've been last couple of days. I've had a lot of meetings, and I think we've got a good program coming up for it next year. And once
And
we
Josh,
and we're
am I correct in thinking our ALC members will be able to apply? That it'll be really competitive probably to get picked, but that they could apply to attend the Congress?
can you repeat that again, Kristen? You kind of cut out. I'm sorry.
Will our ALC members be able to apply to attend?
Actually, the US ALC will be the only ones that can apply, but I think our people from Kansas can apply to try for the one of the at-large positions.
Right, so they can still apply for one of the at-large spots.
Yeah.
Okay. But there's only 7 of them for the whole US, so it'll be really competitive.
Yeah.
Kristen, if you
Yeah.
don't need me more, I'm gonna say goodbye.
Okay, sounds good. Bye, Aubrey.
All right, bye.
Yeah.
Any other comments before we have a motion to close?
I got a comment. I didn't have West Region track.
Why not? What happened?
It got canceled.
Oh, that's right. West Region didn't get to do their track meet. It was cold and rainy.
The rain and cold and all that.
That's such a bummer.
Yeah.
We had North Central on the same day, and it was cold-ish. It was a little chilly, but the rain missed us, which was good. And then South Central got the best track weather. They had a nice sunny day. So
70 degrees.
Yeah, Becca, you wanted to share one more thing?
So yes, South Central track meet was incredible. I mean, I got some sun and it was wonderful, but I mean, I'm so glad we got to handle it. Yes, so I did want to take note that I am making rubber band loom bracelets and clay bracelets as one of my fundraisers for the USA Games to go to Minneapolis, Minnesota. My rubber band bracelets are $3.50 a piece, but for athlete leaders and health messengers, etc., I will do $1.50, so you guys can get yours on discount if you want a rubber band loom bracelet or a clay bracelet. If you are interested, get with Kristen and email me, and I have all kinds of colors and stuff, but I do have I don't have a lot of colors for the loom bracelets, but I do have quite a variety. And I mean, for the clay bracelets, I probably have every color of the rainbow and then some. But either way, if you guys would like to help me to raise my funds to help me go to USA Games, and you want some bracelets and stuff, please reach out to Kristen. Let your athletes know on your teams that they can buy them too, but they will be full price for them. Clay bracelets are $7.50 a piece, but discounted price I think is what $3.25. I think.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, so let me know, guys, and I'll get them done, and we can get together at summer games in Mays, and I can get them to you.
Sounds great.
Or I can ship. You can give me an address and I'll ship and pay the shipping and everything.
I think I would like to join like the USA, what Josh talking about.
The Congress.
Yeah.
I'm guessing Josh had to hop off, but I'm guessing that application will come out this fall, so you will absolutely get an invitation to apply.
Okay, can Josh send me, can you send me that email too?
Yes,
For,
definitely.
okay, thank you, Kirsten.
Well,
All right, we are pretty well out of time. Let's go ahead and close the meeting, and if anyone wants to stay on and chat, they can. But Keith, why don't you
Yeah.
ask for a motion?
Okay, Tuesday, the next meeting will be Tuesday, June 3rd, 2025 at 7 on Zoom. I need a motion to adjourn.
Becca, first a motion.
Richard,
Okay. Second, okay. All in favor, say aye.
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 Okay, the
Oh,
meeting is done.
I will try to get on ALC meeting on June 3rd. Plus I got swimming practice that day. I don't know if my doctor let me do swimming or not. I'll let you know, Kirsten and Keith.
Sounds great.
And on June, and the first practice, like Tyler said, for swimming.
I think so. I flopped it down.
I ain't gonna make that meeting on
No,
June
I think
3rd.
it's done.
Will be swimming practice.
What?
But
Okay,
I'll
good
see.
No,
to know.
because everybody went off.
Kristen, I got a question.
Yeah.
Are they going to hand out the awards that not Friday night to the 3,000 meters, or are they going to wait?
No, I think they will hand out awards that night.
Okay, that's what my question was, because I didn't want to say yay or nay if they didn't.
Yeah, I mean, everything else, they are giving awards as soon as it's done. So I'm pretty sure you would get your 3,000 medal that night, Friday night.
Okay, and then let me know about more information about the fan zone or so, if we're doing it or not.
Yeah, I've been sending lots of emails lately, but keep looking for more because I'll probably send that out Thursday too when I send out about the athlete leadership retreat. I'll let you guys know about fan zone.
Okay. Okay. See ya.
All right, we'll see you guys. Have a good night.
All
You
right.
too, Kirsten.
Bye, Kristen.
Bye.
I'll see you at summer games.
Sounds good.
Hey, Chris.